If you're on the North Shore, you probably heard the rumbles of thunder. South of the lake, you looked up to the north and saw the lightning from some late evening thunderstorms still ongoing around the Varnado area, weakening what had been fairly intense over central Washington Parish, but also a few in northern St. Tammany around between Folsom and Sun. Had some thunderstorms also on the kind of south side of St. Tammany Parish in the northern part of the lake. That, though, has since come to an end. So clearing skies outside at the moment, and again, a little bit of lightning off in the distance. 82 our current temperature with a dew point of 73. Not much wind. That has been the issue with our rainfall. While they aren't very heavy, the fact that they don't move is when you do get some street flooding, and kind of a low-end threat for street flooding tomorrow as well as on into Thursday. Temperatures at the moment 70s and low 80s, and dew points definitely a little bit higher than they were yesterday. That slight drop in humidity wasn't going to be long last. It is August after all. Some more scattered cooling showers over the next couple of days, and again, that slight increase in humidity not bringing back extremes in those heat indices. This is normal for August, and out in the tropics, more activity going on and more to come in the next couple weeks. But thankfully, at the moment, long-range models keeping the Gulf quiet. Apologize for all the flashes on satellite. Both the GOES 18 and 19 satellites themselves are having some data issues, so this is worldwide. Upper trough is what helped to bring down some of that slightly dry air, but on the eastern side of the trough, we've had quite a bit more thunderstorm activity out to our east. For us, though, we're kind of on the cusp of the dry air and the Gulf moisture, and that's why we still are able to squeeze out a few showers and thunderstorms here, despite the fact that we do have some slightly less humid or slightly less moisture in the atmosphere. I don't want to say it's necessarily the humidity at the surface, but throughout the atmosphere, there just isn't as much moisture as we usually see in August. We'll start off the morning dry with some scattered showers, couple of thunderstorms, and again, an isolated downpour here and there. Possible Wednesday night coming to an end, and then going into Thursday, once again, I think our upper disturbance will kind of keep our rain chances on the slightly higher side. Not that it's a complete washout, but a better opportunity to see some rainfall. Out in the tropics, Dexter is just on its way to becoming extra tropical, meaning it no longer has any real tropical characteristics. It's not getting its energy from the warm surface water as it's moving further into the North Atlantic. Elsewhere, we have a little wave that has come off of Africa and really embedded with a long line of storms. This is one that the models have been pretty aggressive with developing, but also keeping out over the open Atlantic waters, as is this. Now, there is nothing there, so there are going to be a lot of changes with this little feature. Again, there isn't anything that is going on at the moment with regards to any kind of circulation or even thunderstorms. What the models have been picking up on, kind of the same thing that helped to develop Dexter. This is an old stationary frontal boundary, and we'll likely see some development along that boundary. Good news is this should stay far enough away from even the East Coast where, aside from maybe a little bit more of a surf and rip current, most of the heavy rainfall should stay offshore as this system moves out into the open Atlantic, kind of followed closely behind by the other little wave that I just mentioned. So at the moment, a couple of areas to watch, and probably in the near future, and then even long term, more activity likely in the Atlantic basin, but not a surprise. We are getting closer and closer to the peak of hurricane season, which still isn't until September 10th. So we're not even a month away from that. We're still a little bit more than a month away from the peak, and really things don't start settling down until October 15th. So we still have a ways to go, and again, every day that nothing is going on or threatening is a good day. 40 to 50% chance of rain over the next couple of days. We do start to dry out, and an upper high starts building in. May start to send our temperatures more into the mid 90s early next week.